Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week at Scrap Fab, we are doing a couple things here on the M. I want to look into the belt pulley system. It's a little froze up, it won't engage, so I want to look into that. And then we're also going to solve the problem of this here hydraulic unit. I've got several questions about it, so I am going to look into getting it back up underneath there so we can use the loader or whatever attachment we come up with. So just a couple things on the M there, and yeah, whatever else comes up. Currently we're really close to having the M fully functional. You know, I can hop on, drive it around and use it, you know, to pull things around, but obviously using the hydraulics is the next important thing. So we're gonna get that solved this week. Yeah, hopefully this is just a little froze up in there. We're gonna pop the case open, pull that apart and make sure that the slider in there is still good. It is froze up. I've tried spinning the pulley by itself and it's not going anywhere. So we'll tear into that and then mess with the hydraulics, and hopefully we'll have a loader on and we can move some dirt around or something. So that's what's happening in this episode. Let's get after it. So, got it freed. It seemed like it was just a little bit like glued, I guess, on there. So it slides good now. I went ahead and put some fresh, just regular gear oil on there. So, you know, with some use, it'll be fine. Now, with this off, you can see in the gearbox, and it looks like butterscotch pudding, or I guess on camera it looks, yeah, that's pretty much the description. So definitely gonna have to run some cleaner through all that and put fresh oil eventually, but you know, I don't do a whole lot of work with it, and this stuff is super it's just, yeah, it's basically like pudding. So definitely gonna have to do something about that. But you know, once I get everything functioning to where I can have all the gears turning at the same time, turning all the fluid, then we can get a good flush out of it. So what we're doing today is a good thing for that. So now, since that's functioning, I am going to go ahead and put it back on, make sure I can still slide it in and out of gear while it's on there, and yeah, then we'll put it all back together, put the fuel tank back on, and I'll fire it up and make sure it spins. So I also might top it off with fresh oil in its own gearbox, because I'm sure it's not as good there either. So I'll get after it. Okay, so tank's back on, fuel's hooked up, drive pulley set up, is bolted. It does still function fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it disengaged, which is pulled back, and I'm gonna start this up, let it sit and idle, and then I'll hop up here, push the clutch in, and throw that forward. So this is functioning perfectly. It's quiet. Nothing sounded concerning. Definitely now with the fresh oil, it spins a whole lot easier than it did prior. So now my use for this. What I've discovered is that the hydraulic pump will not fit in its stock location. There's just no room. The way the transmission is in there and the mounting on the side just doesn't allow room for stock belly pump to go in there. Now, it is my belief that this output is rather the same as the hydraulic pump output down below. So the plan is to mount the belly pump somewhere in this vicinity. Whether that's back in here or up front somewhere, it's going to be mounted on the side. I still need to make sure there's room for the loader arms, but I think it's doable. I'll go ahead, mock something up, and then I've got to make pulleys that bolt to this, and then one for the hydraulic pump, and yeah, then that should be basically set up once it's mounted. So that's the plan. Then we'll have hydraulics, we'll have the stock pressures, things like that. I think that'll work. So I'll get after it. So after trying that, there's not enough room for this up there. So I'm gonna have to think on this, figure out what I want to do with it. We may end up just running some other type of pump off the belt drive, and yeah, something of that sort. Yeah, I want it to everything fit and we can still be able to put the loader on, so it's gonna have to be some accessory drive, I think. We could always PTO drive it, I guess, was another option. I'll think on that too. But I think we'll change gears to something different. So I need to think about the Farmall. I don't want to rush that just to get a video done. So we've got updated parts for our Manco go-kart here. Tire, throttle cable, little stuff like that. But also I've got a new twist throttle for the mini bike. I did get a return spring. I made a post about that a couple days ago. So I'm gonna get this throttle set up and probably figure out a brake, and then we will get this go-kart going as well. So sure, the next part of this video will just be a montage of us completing these projects, and I'll update you on the mini bike as soon as I get that done. Okay, so we've got our new handlebar set up on the mini bike. We've got our new twist throttle on there. Still no brake, but I'm okay with that sketchiness. We've got a replaced tire and new throttle cable on this old go-kart. So what we're gonna do now is just go enjoy them. We're going to go out in this 20-degree weather we have here in Ohio and just have some fun. Obviously there is more to do on the Farmall that will come more this week, but like I said, I don't want to rush through it just to make a video. So yeah, we're gonna go out, have some fun with these toys, enjoy our weekend, and I hope that everybody watching this has a good weekend and week to come. So thanks everybody for watching this. Please leave me a subscribe, comment, like, share some of your weekend projects, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.